Here are 10 things I hate about the VA scandal, at least so far. Number 1, right off the bat, I hate that Barack Obama has not made good on his promises during his first campaign to modernize and streamline the VA. Listen to what he said at that point. He said, after 7 years of an administration that has stretched our military to the breaking point, ignored deplorable conditions at some VA hospitals, and neglected the planning and preparation necessary to care for our returning heroes, America's veterans deserve a president who will fight for them, not just when it's easy or convenient, but every hour of every day for the next 4 years. I understand that it's hard, and there are very good reasons why the VA is in the trouble that it's in, but you're the freaking president, get it done, or face the justifiable criticism when you don't get it done. Number 9, I hate that the media is pretending that there aren't massive systemic reasons and explanations for why the VA is in the trouble that it's in. We're getting out of 2 of the biggest wars our country has been involved in for decades. Of course there is going to be much more strain on the VA. Understand the context if you're going to report on it. Number 8, I really hate that back in February, Republicans voted down a bill that would have funded 12 new medical centers for our soldiers, and then go on to criticize the massive backlogs and the trouble they have in getting medical care. If you hate the backlogs so much, fund the fix for them. Number 7, I hate that Republicans are only talking about this VA scandal because yelling Benghazi and discussing all the problems with Obamacare isn't working for them the way they thought that it might. Number 6, I hate that healthcare for our soldiers is seen as some sort of weird separate issue from the funding of our wars, buying planes and tanks, and paying for contractors. It's not unforeseen. We know that it's coming, and it should be required to be funded in the initial payment for those wars. Now on to the top 5, and at number 5, I hate that while we are justifiably angry about the secret list at the Phoenix area VA hospital, we're discounting the fact that over the past few years, the VA has made massive improvements in how they serve our troops. And in general, VA hospitals receive higher satisfaction rates than their civilian counterparts and receive fewer complaints. You gotta take the good with the bad. Number 4, I hate that the narrative about the VA scandal has become so focused on finding a scapegoat to fire. If you want to fire Shinseki because the VA still has massive problems and he hasn't yet been able to fix them, go right ahead. But firing him because he wasn't aware of a Phoenix area secret list is asinine. Maybe he didn't know about it because it was secret. Number 3, I hate that both sides are saying, now let's not politicize the healthcare of our soldiers, with that line being in the middle of a speech whose purpose is to politicize the healthcare of our soldiers. Save your I'm above politics bullshit. It's a political issue. Number 2, I really hate that our politicians prioritize buying tanks and planes that we don't need over paying for the healthcare obligations of the soldiers they sent to war. And understand, I'm not saying I don't think we need these planes and tanks. I'm saying that our military says we don't need them and they don't want them, but we still buy them. And the number 1 thing that I hate about the VA scandal, at least so far, is that the actual healthcare of our soldiers is priority number 75 for both Republican and Democratic politicians. Both of them are either trying to cover their ass or score political points with this scandal, and you can bet your ass that whatever reforms come out of the scandal are going to be mere window dressing for the major problems of the VA going forward. Those are the 10 things that I hate about the VA scandal, at least so far, but I'm sure there are others. Some of them might have even popped into your head while watching this video, and so head down below that like button to the comments section and let me know what you hate about the VA scandal.